Okay, what steps do you suggest for a single person to take in the healing process that maybe would have helped your marriage? Well, number one, I really wish I would have had somebody like Deborah and me that would have told us what we were getting into. We had no clue. We had such brokenness in our backgrounds and stuff, and we actually did pretty well the first few years. This is when we started having kids. That's when we started having issues, and it was more because, I was in the mode of working, and she was in the mode of taking care of the kids, and her and I worked together. She was in real estate with me. We would take listings at 5 o'clock in the morning. We'd present offers at 1 o'clock in the morning. We did everything together. And then we had our first daughter, and she was at home with the daughter, and I was working. And then she got mad at me because I wasn't home. I wasn't with her. She wasn't with me as much. And we had a lot of issues to work through. And boy, I tell you, the workaholism and stuff like that, I felt guilty taking off Sundays because that's a work day, according to my dad. I had a lot of stuff that I had to work through. So what I would say is I would suggest going to seminars, going to communication places. Really what you want to do is not everybody can do this. What I was talking about last night, being able to, tell your wife or tell your husband, say, look, honey, I want you to share whatever it is. I want to know what's on your heart. I want to know what you're thinking. That's part of how you become one. And so being able to share, and I'm not going to get defensive, and I'm not going to shut down, and I'm not going to get angry, I'm not going to accuse you, I'm not going to, run off. I'm going to listen, and then I'm going to speak to Holy Spirit, and I'm going to ask Holy Spirit what it is I'm supposed to do in this situation, and if there's something that I need to take responsibility for. Just because your spouse or somebody is coming to you and they say they have an issue or a problem with you, does that mean that you are the problem? No, it does not. I have people that come up and that are mad at me. They're ticked off at me, and I barely know them. It's like, what did I do? What did I do? Well, I'm in leadership. I'm a father figure, and if they had a bad relationship with their father, I'm the next closest thing to it. So I'm just like him. So I'm the bad guy. Okay? So sometimes people have issues and they come up and they think the problem is you and it's really not. So how do you tell? You know what? That's where you have to have two soft hearts and you have to ask Holy Spirit. I had somebody tell me one time, somebody was praying for me and they told me something, they gave me a word, and I thought, man, they are all wet. That is not true. And I went home and I was a little bit ticked off that they would even mention that. 3 days later, I'm just minding my own business, and I hear Holy Spirit say, Sheneau, it's true. I said, oh no, you got to be kidding. So I took care of it. I dealt with it.